Hello everyone, Sage here, and today I'm going to do, I guess, kind of like a follow-up video to what was yesterday's video, because I got a question from RXYNA asking, what the tool was for the camera and tone mapping and iterations and just a few questions, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and show off all these assets that I use like constantly, like must-have ones in my opinion, and answer his questions. I don't mess with the tone mapper at all, and the iterations I leave at 95%. So when I go into my settings and I go into my progressive or whatever, and I just keep everything basic. This I normally jack up though. Like I normally like make this as much as possible, just just because I want it at 95% complete, and then this I will put at 0. I when I remember. Sometimes I don't even remember, and they catch me off guard. But normally it'll finish before that timer because that is a 2-hour timer. So at 2 hours it cuts off no matter what. But for the most part, I keep everything like this because I want the best quality I can get. So that's just my preference. If I do want to, like, if I do animations, what I will do is just take down this quality. So I'll just do like maybe like point 8 or point 0.7, and it'll speed things up. I will occasionally bring this down to like 70%, but only for animations. If it's just still images, this is how I keep it. I keep it 95, 1, and then all that. Now, uh, if if it's dark, like, and you're getting fireflies, and you do have the filter on for fireflies like this, you can either add a light, or in some cases you can go ahead and increase, where is it at, increase the rendering quality. It'll get a couple of the fireflies out that you might be having, but normally I just add a light because more light is better anyways, because it'll just render quicker. Alright, so I'm going to show off some of these assets that I use like constantly, right? So the camera one, this one right here, let me go ahead and bring it over. It's this asset right here. They do have a tone mapping one as well. I don't use it. Then here's the focus for the camera, and here's the lights. I really don't use that one either. This is the only one I really use. I do need to meddle with these two, I think. But the thing about tone mapping is I can do any of that in Photoshop quicker, and if there is a problem, I can fix it because all I gotta do is hit Control Z and back up. So that's the reason why I don't even mess with the tone mapping. I used to try and dabble with it a little bit, but nah. And then the next item that I use a lot is you see me going up here to script and look at camera or look at each other. And what it does is it focuses, makes the character look at you. So if I come over here and then I pan this way, click on the character, script, look at camera, and then it'll come up with eyes, head, chest, abdomen. I normally just stick with eyes and head, and then bam, she'll move her head. So that is, well, she's already all the way over there, so let me go ahead. Boop, boop. Go down here, script, look at camera, and you'll see that the head moves and the eyes moves. And the reason why this is such a good asset is not only does it get it to look at the character, but it also moves the eyelids as well. So if you come over here into the settings, pose, and then well, let's just go at currently used. It will move these, so it moves sides, up and down, and then where you at? I'll have to actually go into eyes, but it will move the eyelids as well when you use it. Listen. I don't think it used it this time. Yeah, I look out left and right, so that kind of messes with the eyelids a little bit. So that's one good thing. There is a way around it. You don't have to use this script. You can click on you can click on the eye and then go into the parameters, and there should be a thing, yeah, point at, and then you can pick the camera. So that is one way you can do it, but instead of clicking each eye, point at camera, then I move the camera. You might not want the character to be looking at the camera, but at the character. So I just use that script. It just makes it so much easier. And that item is this one, look at me to pose control. So they got different ones. They got look at me, look at each other, look at that. So it's kind of looking at an item. So pretty much anything that you need it to look at, you can do. That's by Riversoft, and it is a really, really, really good asset. Now, one item that I did not use here is Spring Dynamics. This is what I use for animation. So this is really amazing if you want something to wobble, jiggle, or something like that. You know, character walking. You can get different assets or aspects just by it wiggling. So I try to use this anytime that that I can when I'm doing an animation, because it just makes it look more natural. So this is another one that I use quite frequently. And then the last item I use is this by Eternal Force. It's an eye reflection. You can see the little glares, whatnot. So what I used to do was have a point light, and I made it into a box, and it would shine through the eyes and whatnot. So when this asset came out, I tried it, and I was like, oh, this is awesome, because now I can turn off that light, which is going to decrease my render time, because I don't need I won't need that light anymore. So it just makes it quicker on the renders. Let me go into iRay real quick. I might not have it in this particular scene, but I will show you what it does, and it's incredible. Yep, I do have it on there, so you can see the pattern that I used here. So you just click on the eyes, and you go into, let me go ahead and click go eyes, and right here, eye reflection. You just click on the eyes and then add this attachment. Then when you want to, let's say I'm tired of this pattern, I don't want to use this pattern anymore. Where you at? Go ahead and minimize this down. Click on eyes, click on the reflection, and they have a lot of different presets. So let's go ahead and do the box instead. So now you can see that it switched it to a box. And these patterns are really easily made. I made quite a few in Photoshop, so I could always just use my own little patterns. All you gotta do is take this map and then go into Photoshop. So if you just go in here, click on this, it doesn't really matter, they're both the same. So left eye, and then you go to opacity strength right here, and you can take that map and go into Photoshop and just create whatever little shape or whatever that you want to make, and then bring it right back in, and you can get that shape. So that's another. This is another asset that I use all the time, almost in every render. I just unless I forget about it. Sometimes I get so used to the process that I forget about it, but I try to use that in every render. Then I'll change the shapes and whatnot. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful and I answered your questions. And just a reminder, head over to Rumble and give me a follow and like over there, because I am trying to push to go over there. I'm tired of the YouTube shenanigans. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.